Here's a message from John F. Kennedy. This is Charlie. This is what he's got to say about the state of the world and one thing or another, what's going to happen. Hello everybody, this is John F. Kennedy. If you don't believe it, you'll see by the predictions that's actually going to be made now. As Jesus Christ was working through Charlie before, and saying the raise of the dead, which is being predicted all over the internet, this is why we're here. And if you do look at Charlie's videos of 2006 and 2007, the big great seven, that's the start of it, but the sevens do not end. The other seven is 2014. And in numerology, if you bring it down to a single digit, it's 7. Another great 7. Well, they're not great. Well, they are. That one is. And we're here because to put you people right in plain English, rather than people going by, even though there's a lot of truth in it, the Bible and the predictions that's been made ever since the 1600s and through all sorts of people, astrologers and numerology, and there's been all sorts, and people are getting confused. Because Charlie is the sort of a person that talks straight and straight English and has doubts about God. This is why we chose Charlie. And he has been through a lot. But to cut the story short, what's going to happen? Is there going to be a world war that's been predicted by loads of people in 2010? Is what we're in now. Is there going to be a world war? 2010, which adds up to 3. Numerology is very powerful. It really is. The world is run on numbers. It really is. And even us up here try to work it out. And we work it out a lot better. We're well ahead of time than what you lot are. But we've got the best of both worlds. We get information of who is bad, who is good, who will be good in power, and who won't be good in power. Bush was an idiot, he was an evil man. It's just the way things work. Whereas the person that's in power, like Jesus Christ says at this moment, the black first man in history, brilliant. Right, he is a brilliant man, but he's going to have a lot of problems. And is he the sort of man to handle it, or did he need someone like President Bush's arrogance and a war fanatic? Well, that doesn't really matter. The trouble's been started by President Bush, and this is the start of it. And where's it going to finish? It's going to finish, and everyone's going to be fine, by the year 2023, which is another great 7. Numerology, single 7. And people are getting mixed up. These are straightforward facts. And what's going to happen is this Conroy, the gentleman that Jesus Christ mentioned in his video, he is going to be a problem. Another war fanatic. And if he doesn't give you that impression, well, see what happens. Things happen when people get into power. They have to change because of the White House. I know that. I got killed because I was a good man. And I was honest. That's why I got assassinated. Even that was predicted. You people are all worried about all this stuff. But a certain amount of people will get hurt. And from what, like the predictions that's been made, about 2010, it started off from the Twin Towers. And it was President Bush that started it all off. And will he get assassinated? Yeah, he will. Because people do not like evil people. And he is an evil man. Right? But he's getting assassinated by good people. I got assassinated by bad people. But anyway, that's another thing. But the war, what everyone's worried about, is there will be problems. There will be problems. But the World War won't last that long. It really won't. It will simmer down. It's in the background at this present moment. And China is one. But they're not the ones that's going to start a war. The Americans started the ball rolling. President Bush. But will China become superpowers? There'll be more peaceful people than what the Americans are trying to do. The policies to do with Americans when the likes of George Bush are in power is no good. It really isn't. The superpowers should be China. They really should. They'd have a better peaceful world and humans will be able to live peacefully. But we're not saying start a war because of this, we're trying to avoid it. Or is it necessary to have a war to get the points over to the Americans? They've been doing things wrong for years. I might have been a bred American, but I definitely don't agree with what was going on. That's why I was shot and assassinated. Anyway, I don't like giving things like this out, but these things have to be said. There are going to be problems, but they'll all be simmering down by the year 2014, which is Lucky 7, the Great Sevens. It's not the problems that are going to start in the sevens, like they've been predicted years ago. I mean, in the 1600 when things was predicted, people thought differently. This is the 21st century. And the spiritual world have come out from their graves because things are going to happen. And this will only be a peaceful world if people listen to what the spiritual world have to say. Charlie is the best, and he really is. But just look at these predictions, what people are going to say, this and that and the other. But we're not bothered about that. But we want people to listen who know Charlie. And he will get known. He really will. You know, I mean, even Charlie, things will happen even to do with Charlie's life. For one reason or another. And it's not to become known to make money. He's doing it and he's letting us use him for the human race. Peace. That's what is needed. Peace. God gave people lives to live in peace. Not kill each other. For power, for oil, for whatever it is. It's all stupid. It really is. But there's good people and there's bad people. This is plain English. And it all comes from the Bible, but we talk in English. This is the spiritual world. This is John F. Kennedy. And we're trying to warn people to be prepared. But we will get to peace in the end. We got this president in power. The spiritual world got that man in power. And, well, he had to get in power. Bush had to get out of power. People were getting scared in America. And they know what he's been doing. Anyway, look at these predictions. I will probably do another video. I mean, you can probably feel the anger. Charlie definitely can. I mean business, and the spiritual world mean business. And we want honest, loyal people who care about people. Not killing each other. For the sake of... what? For fear? Fear. That's all wars create, is fear. People will be alright. Peace will come around. And peace to we all. We are in power and we are closer to the earth as you imagine. These things happen and they've been predicted. The dead will come from their grave. And we're here working through Charlie. And that's what it means. Listen to Charlie and the predictions that's coming out. Because these are facts and plain English. Goodbye for now. God bless you all. May peace be with you. Bye-bye. Hello, this is Charlie. I hope you've all listened to this. Not that any of us can do anything about it, but we can. And the only thing we can do about it is watch who we get into power. Because it's the government that caused some of the problems. I'll leave it at that. Bye-bye.